Alrighty then, do we have signs of life? We do indeed. Though that's a bit loud, that's a bit quiet. And I'm not on the screen until just now. May help if I was on the right screen. God, that is loud. That should be fine. There we go. Okay, howdy. Hope you are all doing good. If you're doing bad, I hope you're getting away with it. So, hi. Howdy. Happy Friday. Well, happy Friday for those in Friday, and happy Saturday for those in Saturday. I don't think anyone's in Thursday at the moment, but I could be wrong. Hi. It has been a week. So basically what happened was last weekend I came down with a cold or a flu or something like that. I don't know what it was. Not scripted, by the way. Anyways, came down with a cold or a flu or something. I was able to get through Saturday, but I felt something coming on. And then Sunday I was just dead to the world. And then Monday I was also dead to the world and I took a day off work. And then Tuesday I was dead to the world, but I had to go into the office because it was my last week before I went on paid vacation. So I had to get on top of all my tasks to not hand over a steaming mess to my colleagues who would be looking after things in my absence. So yeah, it has been a fun, I say that in air quotes, a fun week of just getting through stuff. It's been a particularly bad week in terms of I have stuff to do and people just come bother me with, it's like, oh, can you do this? Can we make this happen? Can this be done? Can we do this? I'm just like, for God's sake, it is the end of the year. How do you expect me to plan anything if you're constantly throwing spanners in the works and destroying my plans, you know? So most of my plans have exploded in my face. Some of them, I don't even know if they're going to work next week. They kind of have to because there is so little time, so little resources, so little people left in 2025 task-wise that if the things that I've planned for don't happen, then I'm just going to be walking back into a shite show. But at least I set it up to succeed. If it succeeds or fails, it's out of my hands at this point. So yeah, that has been my week, is being sick, recovering, and dealing with monstrosities at work, basically. I tell you. I tell you. You have a plan, you tell people just follow the plan, it'll be fine, and then they don't follow the plan. It's just like, well, I told you. Should have just did what I said. But no, you had to go off and do your own thing, and then kaboom, look what it got you. Here's what it is. Anyways, today was incredibly hot as well, as was the day before. It's summertime down here, so we're getting some scorches. I'm still running the aircon because it's too hot outside. My electricity bill is going to be through the bloody roof. I already knew it. Even though I'm trying not to use the aircon, I have to run it because it is so hot and uncomfortable. So it doesn't help that I've got a big gaming PC to my right, just belching hot air into the room. But anyways, here's what it is. What else? What else? What else? Steam Deck. Yes. So I bought a... Hang on. There we go. So I bought a Steam Deck, I think 2 weeks ago at this point. It was during the Thanksgiving sales, I think it was. Got the LCD model. I've been using it pretty much every single day. It's been an awesome little investment. It's a great little handheld. I like the fact that I can access some of my Steam games and just play them with little interruption, little nonsense. And at the same time, I can literally plug it into a dock and get a desktop Linux experience if I like. Which I already have a desktop Linux experience on my main PC, but it's just good to have access to Arch and to KDE and then Debian and GNOME on the main system. so I can sort of leapfrog between the two of them. I don't think I've been thinking for a while that I should just switch to one vein and just stick with it. But there's a part of me that just hesitates. Anyways, is what it is. I'm very happy with it. I am very glad that I got it. And I will continue to use it, is basically where I'm going with that. So, yeah, if you have the cash, if you're in the market for some kind of handheld game experience, Steam Deck is worth your time. I highly recommend it. You can get the OLED one if you like. It has some benefits that the LCD model does not have, but you've just got to consider what kind of games you normally play. In my case, I'm playing modern games like this one, Routine, which we're going to play in a bit, which I don't think would run on the Steam Deck. I haven't tried. But then I'm also running games like Signalis, so indie titles. The game's like a gigabyte. I haven't downloaded it on the Steam Deck, but I'm sure it would work fine. So, yeah. Definitely check it out if it suits your use case. Anything else? Because I'm on holiday for the next 2.5 weeks, I'll have a few IRL plans. But for the most part, I will be free. So I'll be streaming a little bit more than normal and streaming at non-normal times, or breaking routine fuel, because I don't need to sleep and be well rested for work anymore. I can just do whatever the crap I want in terms of times and schedules, excluding the days where I've got plans with IRL friends, where I just sort of have to work around those times. But yeah, should be fun. There may be some collabs happening. I have organized one with a place a couple of weeks ago, which was good fun. Maybe there'll be some other ones that happen in the coming weeks. I don't know yet. We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, that's the state of play. That's where we have landed. I have a crap ton of games to finish because I've been starting a whole bunch and then not finishing them, which is not smart. But I do that even when I'm not streaming. I do that for my games backlog anyways. So let's try and finish some at least. Hopefully we can get it through routine. I'm enjoying it, but I want to finish it. I want to beat it so I can move on. I think Look Outside, I need to get through that. I need to get through Dying Light 2. It's winter Steam sale, so maybe Dying Light the Beast has gone on sale for a cheap enough price for me to pick that up as well. I don't know. I haven't looked today what the price is. But it'll be good to finish Dying Light 2 to get stuck into that as well. I don't need to finish Dying Light 2 to start it. I just want to. I'm being stubborn about it. But anyways, enough waffling on. We're going to jump into it. We're going to see what happens. So, we just change that to that. Boot that in the background. Wabi! Hello, how are you doing? I hope you're having a fantastic, fantastic week. Thank you for popping in. How are you doing? What is the goss? And where is my game? There's my game. I'm still working. Ah, working hard. HRing. Although I don't exactly think HRing is a verb. But, well, I wish you luck with the rest of your workday. I know that, we generally don't enjoy work, but are you still working with your friend, or is your friend away? I can't remember. But in any case, I hope you have a fine rest of your day. Good luck. Please don't fire anyone. And yeah, appreciate you dropping in. It's good to see you. She's still here, but not really. Oh, I hate when that happens. I'm guessing it's a case that she's taken off projects that you deal with, so you don't really get to hang out as much. Oh god, 13 FPS. I remember this area from last time. We got shite FPS. I've just got to hope it's this area, and as soon as we get out of here, it fixes itself, because this is unplayable. I know the rest of the game was not this bad. Servers inactive, archive reboot. Oh. She was sick. Ah. Well, I hope she gets better soon and you're able to hang out with her again. It's always good to have friends in the workplace. Oh, man. So, yeah, we are on a whopping 13 FPS right now. Most of this game I've been getting away with 30 FPS at least. But this one area, for some reason... Let's see if we can mess with the settings and fix this up a bit. Just for now. Let's put this all at low. Whoa, not high. Yes. No. Performance. Effects. We got 20. That's not great, not terrible. Can you tell me a random fact which comes to your mind? Sure. Do you have a theme in mind for random facts, or just any one that comes to my mind? Anything, okay. So... There's a whole bunch. I'm just wondering which one I should give you. I'll give you something interesting as opposed to downright horrifying, and existential dread kind of inducing thing. 1947, Roswell, New Mexico in the United States, there was a incident where something crashed in the desert, and the newspapers at the time reported it to be a UFO. They said, a UFO has crashed, we have alien bodies, oh my god, this will change everything. And then the next day, they changed the official story provided the press, saying it was actually a crashed weather balloon. There were no aliens, they were just test dummies in the shape of humans. I think somewhere it was saying something about chimpanzees. So you have this bizarre story of aliens crashed in the desert in New Mexico, United States, confirmed publicly, and then the story suddenly changed. Now, why do I mention that all of a sudden? The topic of aliens and UFOs and UAPs has become really popular over the past couple of years. There's a new movie coming out by Spielberg called Disclosure or something along those lines as well, which I'm sure is probably fiction as opposed to non-fiction. One of the things that I've noticed, if you look at the study and the history of UFOlogy since 47 all the way up to modern day, is that there are multiple examples of US intelligence officers actively providing false information and muddying the waters and destroying the narrative. The fact or example I just gave you is one of those, where day 1, aliens. Day 2, weather balloon accident. No aliens. Whatever the truth is, it's a fact that there are forces out there that are muddying the waters and providing false information in that topic. For what purpose, I don't know. Whether such things actually exist and they're saying that they're not, or such things don't exist and they're legitimately trying to say they do just to hide secret military vehicles and experiments? I don't know. I have my theories, but the random fact is that there are forces out there actively providing false information on certain topics, if you will. Now, yeah, that's your random fact. I find it more interesting than anything else. But, yeah, to each their own. Would you like another one, or did that satisfy? Oh, excuse me. I like this one. You want more? You want more? So greedy. Nah, it's all good. Ranker, restroom, vestibule systems. Did you know that when you get sick with a cold or the flu, the reason your body's temperature increases is because your body has a response where it deliberately raises your body temperature to try to kill the infection in your blood. So the reason you get a fever is your own body reacting to something. As opposed to when I was younger, I thought maybe when you got sick, the body was fighting the infection, the heat was. What? I'm hard to kill. Hey, Phantom, welcome in. When I was much younger, I thought that the heat was because your body was actually fighting this infection, and the heat was like the actual battle in your blood, if you will. But no, I found out later on it's just one way your body tries to deal with the infection is it deliberately heats you up to try to kill anything in your blood. And I found that interesting, that when you get sick, your body tries to kill you slowly, but not kill you all the way in order to survive. What? Greedy? I'm teasing, Wabi. It's been like a week since I last streamed. I have some mischief to get through. Is that a battery? Yeah. But how you doing today, Phantom? What you up to?
This is Dr. Weber, clinical psychologist for prison. Today is the 8th of September, 1978, 11:28 LTC. The canal's influence is undeniable. They are essentially unraveling an unusual series of effects, both remarkable and concerning. I suspect I will soon follow. Until then, I remain committed to my work, observing and documenting the canal's effects on personnel in the ward.
Interesting. So the story so far is that we are playing as a programmer. We went to the moon on a job. We were in 7-day quarantine, and then we've emerged into an empty lunar base with the computer system gone nuts and the robots trying to kill everyone, and apparently people going insane because of something that they've seen or experienced. And we're still figuring out what the heck's going on. So, yeah, no pressure. I'm supposed to be out shopping, but making myself some food and making my bed to rest before going out. Hey, nothing wrong with tidying up and preparing before you head out. What you gonna do today? Hmm. I'd like a fact about lipstick. I don't don't actually wear any, so I have no idea. Uh, how about you share us a fact about lipstick? So I'm guessing we have to get in there somehow. Disappointed. Fail. I think you chose a topic that you knew I would know nothing about. Wabi, I think this was all a setup. How could you? How could you? Elevator. What? Not me. You are guilty as sin. This innocent routine will not work with me. Although I will say that ancient makeups used to contain a lot of lead, so women through the centuries have been inadvertently scarring and killing themselves. Which is quite tragic. I mean, an example would be, oh, what was her name? Was it Queen Elizabeth? I want to say Queen Elizabeth, one of the first ones. She was kicking around during the 1500s when Shakespeare was um, finishing up his plays, and right before he died, she was known as the Virgin Queen. There's a theory that she died a bit younger than she probably would have because she was constantly using this white face paint as makeup, which had a lot of lead in it, and it contributed to her death. It's not quite lipstick, but I'm sure that lipstick was poisoned too. Okay, is that turned on some of the doors now? Do you have a cold? Yeah, I'm recovering from a cold. I had one last weekend. I'm still a bit sniffly, but much better than I was last weekend. Security level. So I'm guessing that something is open somewhere and we can explore it. Security level 3. That vent. We didn't have real science back then, so people just snail snake oil for profit. Get well soon. Oh, thanks, Bobby. In a way, I agree with you, Phantom, but in a way, I disagree because alchemy, as an example, was just the beginning of modern chemistry. You can read some of the stuff they were writing about where they said stuff like take an iron nail and rub it against a duck's bill and it'll do this, and that's a bit nonsensical, but you could see that they were starting to try to figure stuff out. They were like, okay, if we apply heat to this, it changes. If we use this drink with this set of herbs, it will do this. Similar to how witchcraft would have led to like potions and medicines and stuff like that. Canal has so much more to tell us here already. More than ready. Don't think we get an experiment crew scheduled so soon. So they're discovering something and they're freaking out about it in the good way. Ready to embark on the journey to research what beckons here, the canal. Okay. What the Greeks did was actual science, they just didn't call it science. I think the same applies to a lot of different races who have tried things over the years. I mean, they are definitely famous for it as well. No discussion. Something back with us from the canal. It has hair metabolized and based on the prints appears to be rather large. Ooh, that doesn't sound good. Heavy weight in my chest, couldn't breathe. Oh dear. So they've found something on the moon? Prism. Entity A markings. Those. Yeah, look, they look like footprints. Big human. Bigfoot. Wait, don't tell me it's just literally Bigfoot in space. Moon? Bigfoot? No. Oh my goodness. If this turns out to be Bigfoot on the moon, I will throw a chair out the window. And it's leaving scat all over the place. Oi, oi, oi. This thing isn't even housebroken. Do I have a favorite quote? Yes, I do actually. It's fiction though, as opposed to non-fiction. Given what we're looking at, I will wait until a more auspicious moment to state said quote and its source, but I guess this is just environmental storytelling. So it's Bigfoot on the moon, and it's not housebroken, is what I'm getting from these videos. Okay. Okay, that's nearly finished. Alright, cool, cool, cool. Let's just exit out of that. So we're not alone here is what I'm getting from those, from Henry's terminal. Well, that explains what we've been walking in this whole bloody time. Ugh. Okay. Anyways. Quote. And the child was his warrant, and if he was not the word of God, then God never spoke. It's a quote from a novel written by an American author called Cormac McCarthy. The book is called The Road. It's basically a very dark post-apocalyptic fiction story involving basically a father and son. And in some of the opening chapters, the father is sort of narrating to the reader, and then one of the lines he says is the one that I just did, which is, the world is basically doomed, but to this father, the child, his son, is his reason for existing, and a beautiful reason for existing. Now, despite the fact that I'm a literature student, there's not a lot of quotes that I memorize and hold close to me. That's the first one. When I first read that book, that's the one that just stuck naturally without me needing to do effort to remember it. So, yeah, not only do I find it a powerful piece of storytelling in its own right, it just has the honor of being the first quote that really just naturally stuck with me. The other one, of course, would be some of the last lines from what's his name? He was a poet. I've literally got a copy of his book right over there. I'll think of his name in a second, but it is basically the last lines of a poem he wrote where he says, "This is how the world dies, this is how the world dies, not with a bang, but a whimper." Which I found to be a very powerful way to end a poem. Alright, I think we need to mess with this a bit more. So we can turn off... Let's turn this off. Let's just leave the door reception open and see if this does anything. I just want to see if anything changes. Interface module supplies. See, I have a hunch that there's something in there that we need. We need to get into that hatch, don't we? So, I don't know if this is going to work, but... let's just give it a shot. Nope, that didn't work. Okay, we definitely want to get in there somehow. Definitely want to get in there. In any case, I hope you enjoyed said quotes. Let's just try one thing. Where's the music coming from? That's the question. Listening to you is joy. Oh, thank you, Wobby. I appreciate that. It's good to hear that some people enjoy what I do. Because while it is a hobby and I enjoy it as well, If other people are getting something out of it, then happy days. Hey kid, I think you took about 3 days off my life with that. Well done. But howdy. Hope you're having a lovely, lovely Friday. Wonder if I'm supposed to do something back in here. So that's systems. No, I don't think so. Excuse me. Hello, Mapwig. Did my wife show up here earlier? No, I haven't seen Solaria in a while, actually. Okay, reboot. So we have to do something, and we definitely want to get in there. Guess she's lurking. I appreciate lurkers as well. This video is like listening to a documentary, but the good kind. Oh. I wouldn't exactly say David Attenborough because I'm not looking at animals. And not British, but I'm sure that there's some example out there that I'm just not thinking of. Wait, we already tried this. Let's try lift entrance, see if that does anything. I don't think that did anything, but it's the only sort of trick I have. Archive security sign-in required. Okay. So I need to activate the archive. Where is the archive then? I keep thinking I need to exit out of the screens, but no, it's live. I think the archive was back here somewhere? Archive inactive, security password required, serves inactive. Is there an archive building? That's imaging. What's this? That's where we came from. Wait, is this where we came from? Excuse me. I did see that little hole off to our left, so that's another avenue we can explore. Yes, we came this way, okay. Alright, so... we can go... here. Uh-huh. There we go. So that should have opened up those couple of doors. And then I guess we just need to leapfrog what rooms are open at any one time. Okay. that's where we just were. So we want to check out these rooms here. Tell me a random fact about Mariah Carey. Oh. Wasn't she engaged or married to Ben Affleck at one point? I don't know if they actually got married or they were just engaged, but I remember there was like a cringy music video where they were on a yacht or something. Control room, we were just there. What's this? Archive is active, okay. Let's check out these other rooms then. Prong. We can open up some of these other doors now. We just have to make sure we don't open too many. Wait, no, was that Mariah Carey or was that Jennifer Lopez? It was... No, it must have been Jennifer Lopez. Or was it Mariah? No. I'm now confused. No. Was it... No, it was Jennifer Lopez, not Mariah Carey. I'm crazy. I'm spreading false information. Just shoot me. Let's not open up anything else. No, Mariah Carey and Ben Affleck have not dated. Google. Yeah, it was Jennifer Lopez. I hope these doors automatically open.
And we have killed him. How shall we comfort ourselves?
The my doors of our my doors. Does this now open? Ah, doggy door. There's not going to be anything in here with us, is there? Surely not. Oh, this is a bloody maze. I think there's something down here with us. Ah.
It searches for something.
Okay. Is this, Here I was thinking we'd find something in here, but no, apparently not. Oh, no we did. Alright, let me just do something real quick. Let me just reset that. Put those two there. There we go. Alright, all good. So, the moon's gravity is less than Earth's. I think it's 1/8 or something like that. Which is why when you look at the lunar landing footage, you can see the astronauts in those big bulky spacesuits sort of hopping along like that, because it's less effort to jump. But an unintended consequence of that is, if you were to, let's say in the future there was a base on the moon, and let's say that some astronauts got frisky and they got pregnant and they carried the baby to term on the moon, the baby would be born in a lower gravity. It could not really survive on Earth, which means the first child to be born on the moon is probably trapped there for the rest of its life. And that's to say nothing of the potential health complications of being born in a low gravity environment, having your limbs stretch out prematurely. There's I think The Expanse, it's called The Expanse, it's a TV show and a book series. They have some kind of serum they inject into their characters to get around that problem, but they do talk about it. And there's also an anime called Planetes, which is about it's about basically junk retrieval and disposal teams in Earth orbit. And there's a character, she's a young kid, she looks like she's in her teenage, she looks like a teenager, but when she's talking it turns out she's 10 years old, but because of the low gravity her limbs have grown out, so she looks physically older and taller than a 10-year-old would. And she's permanently trapped on the moon because she can't come back to Earth. The gravity here would harm, if not kill her. Now we are playing a game in space on the moon, so with a character who is apparently really tall human with big hands and feet, so she became a normal kid after going to Earth. I don't remember that part. Granted, it's been a long time since I watched that show, so that wouldn't surprise me much. But I just remember the scenes of her in the waiting room area when I can't even remember the main character's name, but he was like talking to her, just basically. What is normal though? I think normal is what enough people agree is normal, and that changes over time. Issue with the interface module software, there has to be a logical reason behind it. No software, normally it's here in the ward watching us. Monitoring all areas with the interface module, the only way to see it, wherever it is it's tall. Oh crap. Odd images of my cat scream when using interface module. Looks like something walking by. Maybe it's Steve. Oh dear. She received some therapy, enough treatment over time. Turn her back the way she would look. Okay. I'm not sure if that would work in a real world hypothetical situation, but it's interesting. After the incident at the canal, a new safety protocol has been put in place. All further travel to the cave must be in twos, with a required tether between pairs. No entry is permitted till more stays are completed. Understandably feeling multiple emotions, please reach out. Okay. No. Just no. The only lively rabbit that we need is Laplace, and he's currently on hiatus, so. She also look more grown up than most kids her age. That's true. I think that's what would happen for an actual child born on the moon. So. We're probably going to see something through this little gun of ours. Because it did say in the email just then, people were seeing something big walking around. Excuse me. Well, he sure is high on something. High on life. It's broken. What about this one? Guess I could turn some things off if I need to. But let's just check to see if there's anything here. So we've already gone that way. No systems, okay. This should be open. But it's not. Does the power only work for a certain amount of time? It must, okay. Let's go prong 01. No idea what this is. But I want to know. Insufficient privilege, okay, so we can't go that way. So let's turn off prong whatever, turn something else on and explore some more. So, off, commons 1, commons 2. See what these do. Level 1. Huh. That's where the music was coming from, at least. Apple tree showing concerning signs of severe dehydration. Water level adjusted. Okay, so that tree that we saw dying, it makes sense. Diary program, okay. I don't like the sound of that noise. I don't trust that. 1 minute was helping in the annex, helping the EL9 disinfectant. Next I'm sitting in the pass, just staring towards a canal. Oh, they're losing time, that's not good. In that case, I wonder if we can imagine ourselves as part of the nutrient cycling of an ecosystem. Oh, that's not good. There's a movie called Sunshine, I think it is. It's a sci-fi movie involving Cillian Murphy, and the plot's a little bit ridiculous. It's basically the sun is dying. We need to send a spaceship with many, many nuclear bombs and just throw that in the sun and explode it again to jumpstart the sun. Anyways, the point is the first ship gets close and then the people there become obsessed with the sun to the point that they just self-destructively sit in front of a window and watch the sun while it's irradiating and melting them and stuff, because they just become so primally attached to it. I have a hunch something similar is happening here on the moon with this canal of theirs. What happened to the Catgirl model? You were cute. Oh, thank you. the Catgirl model, we do love goth Catgirls. I'm not even gonna lie. Yes, goth Catgirls. Yes, from me. I basically used that model as a temporary one just to get Live 2D working, and I used it for a while, but then I decided to just go back to this one. There's no grand reason behind it. The only reason I became a goth Catgirl in the first place was just I needed a temporary model to make sure Live 2D, the program, was running. Just a big circle, okay. So, yeah, that's where we sit. The other problem that I'm going to face is, and I can't wink now, but, there is one thing that I can do. Oh, this is going to be nightmare fuel. Hang on. Hang on. I used to have a redeem called Be Not Afraid. What do you think, Wabi? Oh dear. Ah! How could you do? Ouch. I don't think you need the FBI. I think you need animal control at this point. But yeah. Let us just say that there is a button in the software which I don't think it's meant to do what it does. I discovered it by accident one day, and I just, occasionally will turn that on to mess with people. It's a one-trick pony. But, yes, I can't wink, but I can do that. And, thank you for the torture. I mean, thank you for the redeem. Criminy. I've actually been lucky in that I haven't heard Mariah in public yet. No store has played her. You don't have the blend shapes for Wink? No. I never set any of that up. This program does have blend shapes. The heck is this? Oh, some kind of puzzle. But, let's just say that the blend shapes here are a little, well, why don't I show you a quick demonstration of what they can do? Give me a second here. So I can do something like this. I can do that. I can do this. Ta-da! Or I could maybe do something like this, as long as you don't bully me. Or there's always and finally when I get serious. Yeah, I always set the fun slider to 0 point something. That's one of the first things I do during stream. So yeah, I do have some options, but this program is free and it was written by some random dude. He did a good job, but he's abandoned the project because it didn't get a lot of attention, so whatever I've got now is all I'm ever gonna get. I just use the closed IO blend shapes for Wink, and that's assuming you use Unity to port your model to VRM. Nope, no Unity. We're using Godot. Oh no, the pretty narrow crossed eyes. Unless you get Warudo. I've seen a lot of people using that. I don't know if Warudo would work on Linux. That's the other thing. I was having a look at OpenVC Face the other day. Managed to get it running, but there's no text. There's no actual fonts, which means I have no idea what any of the menus do. I will fix that next, but that's where we sit. Side of it being Steam only. If it's Steam only, then it should work through Proton, so I have hope. Is that a person? That's a person, okay. I am glad I'm in a spacesuit right now. Oh, okay. Mold people, eh? Good name because I can't run on a different PC or logged into that PC, so I gotta go offline to use it on the other PC. What? That sounds weird. Callis Terminal. I'm not one to reflect on my actions and thoughts. However, this place, the canal, it means something significant. Concerned James has been withdrawn lately. I know what we're going through. Haven't seen him in days. James lost it, locked himself in the vestibule, even set up a strange code system using keypad in the restroom. Try to track his movements. We can access the vestibule. He's the only one left with level 2 security. Any findings will be sent to the archive terminal for everyone to access. Okay. So, how are we going to solve this code thing then? Okay. Steam doesn't let you run games or software on a different PC instance if you're already running something on the other. Could you use family sharing? So create a second account, link it, and then share the software and then run it twice on 2 different machines, or can you only run it on one? What's this? Door commons. No, we've already opened those, we're fine. So we need to figure out this code for the vestibule area. I'm going to regret saying this, but I'm kind of surprised we haven't been attacked yet. It is viable, but I just go offline on one PC instead. Hey, whatever works. Famous last words, eh? But we haven't been attacked yet, so... And of course the server room is closed.
It is not mere delusion. I've seen him. The interface module must be used. For reasons that remain obscure. This module sees that which the human eye cannot. Do bear in mind, he observes us as well.
I mean, in a horror game, that's usually the part where something is standing behind you, but seemingly not. The music stopped playing. Hmm. Oh no, there it is. So I take it that these doors only remain powered for a certain amount of time, and we have to constantly keep activating them again. Well, we haven't seen anyone yet. Sleep Lurk. Thanks for popping in, Eshrafel. Always good to see you. Hope you have a lovely, lovely sleep. Well, I am meant to be working, but I am nearly asleep. Yeah, I know the feeling. Today was a particularly hard day. I just gave up towards the end of the workday. Although, they were doing, they were doing Christmas decorations at the office, and there was a competition between the different teams who could decorate their area the best. Let's just say that some of the ladies in my team really take this seriously, and while I just sat at my desk trying to work, they put up decorations for hours. And yes, our team won, which means we somehow get a company-sponsored lunch. And I did absolutely nothing. And I don't regret it. Excuse me. Sounds like a HR sort of thing. The elevator should still be powered. But it's not. Bugger. I guess we have to run. Hey, a free win is a chicken dinner. I know, right? I don't know whose idea it was. I'm trying to think if that person has anything to do with HR. So some of these doors stay open, some of them close again. Alright. We can get in here. Level 1. The Wilhelm scream is quite a famous one. You can actually find the original movie it came from on YouTube if you're curious. I was. I checked it out a while ago. Echography's off. Man, something about this area just kills the frames, you know? Hey, that's my ending sound. We're not finishing yet. The productivity freaks will not seeing the company out. Waste hours. Yeah. Surprisingly enough, no one really cared. I think everyone was in the Christmas spirit. They were just like, yeah, screw it. It's more like my eyes are shutting down. Need snooze. All good. Thanks for popping in and for lurking, Solario. Always good to see you. If you are going to grab some sleep, I hope you have a lovely rest. There's not something in there, is there? No. Surely not. Excuse me. Hmm. No, we've been here. Okay. So I guess we're just wandering around unlocking different sections, figuring stuff out. Nice and chill then. Okay. And that's now open, which is good. Okie dokie. Okay, Prong01 is now open. Normally your streams stop for me every so often, it goes into buffering. I think it's likely Chrome. It probably is, because my internet is kind of unstable, but the stream hasn't dropped on my end. But it's not been unstable the past couple of minutes. So if it's doing it now, then that doesn't make sense being a bitrate issue on my end. Although I found that I have trouble streaming with Firefox as a viewer, whereas I don't have that with Brave. Physics, long time no see. How have you been? Hope you're doing well. General Kenobi, I love that. I need to watch the new trilogy. Again, I mean. Level 3, which we can't access. Okay, so Prong01 can stay turned off. So the lift entrance can open. Does reception door close or does it stay open? It closes, okay. Is this now open? Archive security sign-in required. Gotcha. So, let's get reception open. So, lift entrance, don't care about. Reception open. Prong can stay because we can't access it, and the lift we can't access, so we'll just leave them there. What happened to me? Oh, I had a cold last weekend, and I'm still a little sniffly, which is obnoxious, but it is what it is. I think I'll probably finish stream a little early tonight, probably at the 2-hour mark. I'm very keen to keep going, but if I'm constantly coughing and sniffling, I probably will relax a bit. Festivities. Yeah, they were decorating the office with company. So the company gave the different teams $100 budget, and then people from our teams went out and they bought Christmas decorations, so tinsel and this and that, and then they spent a couple of hours yesterday and today decorating. At one point, they got up on the ladder, and you know the drop ceilings where you can push the tiles up to get access to the internals? They would push that up, and they would, what they did was, and I don't know if I got a photo of this, but they took like a pair of red pants. Someone took them from like their kid or something like that, and they stuffed it full of cotton, and then they lifted up one of the ceiling tiles and they shoved it in there so it looks like a person is hanging. Like the bottom half of a person is hanging out of the ceiling. Like a Santa-themed pair of legs and a butt is hanging out of the ceiling at work right now. I think it was hilarious. And not only did they give us a budget for it, not only did they give us time to do it, because my team won, they're going to shout us a free lunch. And do you know how much effort I put into all of this? 0. It was all my colleague. Then again, she was like, oh my god, I love Christmas so much. I am going to dominate this competition. I'm going to bring stuff from home. I'm doing this. We're doing exactly how I want to do it. And then she like did the hand wave thing. And Hey, power to her. She won. I wonder if there's other places we can go down here. See a video with like one like moving parts made it believable. And then so believable that fire and rescue called. Oh damn. Nah, ours was very obviously fake. Wait, do I need to unlock this? Let's see. I just want to see if there's anything else down here. Wait, why can't we get into the doggy doors anymore? Ugh. I'll figure it out later. For now, let's see if there's anything else that I need to mess with. Do you know what mascara is? Oh, you know, beyond it being a makeup, I couldn't tell you. It's not something that I really wear. I take it that you are a bit of a fashionista, Wabi. Lots of different makeups and whatnot. Mascara is used on the eyes. You use it just around the thing. Words hard. In fact, let me just grab something to wet the old whistle. 1 second. There we go. Figured it might be a good idea to wet the old whistle. See if that'll stop me coughing as much. Although, it's so hot I'm running the aircon. And have been for hours now. That's probably not helping with the coughing. But, it's still super hot outside and I'd rather be comfortable and cough than uncomfortable and melt. Also mascaras for eyelashes. That's the thing. That's the word I was looking for. Can't say I wear any myself, so all I know is it is women's makeup. And can be enjoyed by others as well if they so desire, but not really my jam. Tell a bad pickup line. Ooh. If there's one thing I've got plenty of, it's bad pickup lines. I'll give you 2. Why? 2 for 1 special. Hey, good looking. What's cooking? What's another bad one? Oh, ho, ho, ho. I am so tempted to. Okay, hang on, hang on, hang on. I can't resist. I have to do this. I'm not even sorry. I have to do this. Okay. I'm not currently an organ donor, but I'd love to give you my heart. Ah, it just feels right, you know? Just felt right. Oh my God, he is so cook. I know, right? Someone's recognized that one. Mm-hmm. Yes, you did, Wabi. And I'm only teasing. It was a very good line. I have 3 text files on my computer. dadjokes.txt, badpickuplines.txt, and goodpickuplines.txt. The first bad pickup line was on the bad text file, and that last one was on the good text file. But with you here and that redeem up, couldn't resist. Couldn't resist. Okay, that's still on. You see the new notepad they made? Is this a Windows thing? Because if it is, I wouldn't have seen it yet. They restrict updates on Windows 11 at work for obvious reasons, and I don't use Windows 11 at home. The newest version of Notepad that I saw, it didn't really excuse me. Pretty much the only thing that I remember of Windows Notepad, because I do use it at work, is just they added in support so you can have multiple tabs open in one instance. And I believe it was spell checking now. I don't know if there was anything else it was doing yet. Yeah, and at one point they were talking about getting rid of Paint once and for all. And they ended up, you know, just not. So we need to figure out the code to open up that door. I imagine we need to find something else first. What's this? So commons doors 1 and 2 are open. We don't need to mess with that. Fonts formatting and bullet points now easier to use. I basically just use Notepad as a literal notepad, where I just have lines of text as random ideas and things I need to do that day. I mean, it's definitely good they're making changes to something people use, but... Okay, it's time. Are you tired? You've been running through my mind all day. Oof. Damn. That's a good one. That's a good one. Well done, Wabi. Well done. Hang on, if this is a dead end, I'm just going in a circle. That's a bit silly of me. Jeez, Wabi, look at you. Got me flustered. I'm going in circles now. Outrageous. I'm already sick. Why would you hurt me like this? Ah, so evil. It wasn't even me. I know. I mean, I've said this before. I go into people's chats, I cause some mischief, all in good fun. I can't dish it out if I can't take it. So this is karma. This is me getting my comeuppance. I felt Plague Soul just left his body. It did. It left the body and tried to escape, and then Mariah grabbed him by my soul feet and dragged me back in and said, "You're not getting away." And she's like, "All I want for Christmas is you." And my soul screamed and was like, "No, Mariah, no, let me go." But she refused. Because she didn't stretch nor hydrate. Oh, my bad. I got distracted. Well, I'll hydrate with some good old H2O. And we'll do the stretch. Thank you for the redeems. Not the Mariah redeem. The other redeems. Hey, are you the bomb? Because you just made my heart explode. Oof. Oof. I'm gonna get flustered. Well done. I'm glad that I have encouraged people to embrace bad pickup lines. And some good ones as well. There is a point to me running around in circles, by the way. We're just looking for things we can open up and interact with. Archive security sign-in required. Hey, are you a fat meg? Shouldn't we feel like Nagasaki? Oof. That's dank. Well, at least she didn't do the whole little boy one, because that would have been a little bit, You're a bad influence, I changed. Okay, so you're saying... You're saying that you have grown and evolved after dealing with me. I'm actually very happy with this. Prong 2. What's prong 2? You are not happy with this. I think you should be thrilled. I have no basis for this feeling. I just think you should be thrilled. It just means that you're experiencing new things, you're growing and changing in response to them. It's a bit like a plant adapting to a toxic environment, or an animal getting used to a new predator in the area. This is not painting me in a very good light. I should probably stop, but it's a good thing. I assure you. Where is prong 2? There's no map as far as I know, by the way. So I do have to sort of remember where I'm going, which I just, don't. Excuse me. Uh-huh. That almost sounds like sarcasm, Wabi. Surely you wouldn't be sarcastic, right? Surely not. The path. Okay, I imagine that's what we're going to have to get into later on. So let's turn off image 2. Turn on image 1. Oh my god, you got it. The sarcasm is literally dripping off of your words to the point where I almost want to get a tissue and wipe my computer monitor to clear it away. But that's fine. I won't hold it against you. We want room 2, I think they said. What the What? It's true. What? Reaching 2. Shouldn't this be activated? Didn't I open this door? Let me just check real quick. Yeah. Oh no, door 1. I need to turn something off to get enough juice for this echography thing. Nope. We want to go... Where is it? Where's the way out? Is it here? No. I found a pickup line, but it's here. Hello, ladies. You can ring my doorbell anytime. It's bong, bing, bing. Bong, bing, bong. I finally got my ATF change appointment. ATF change? I'm not familiar with that acronym. I immediately went to automatic transmission fluid. Okay, yeah, my mind never would have gone there. I was going straight to alcohol, tobacco, and firearms bureau, and I'm just like, what? Why do you need to deal with them? That never ends well for people. But if it's a fluid mechanic, if it's a fluid transmission change, you go into the mechanics to get stuff fixed, which is all good. You know how 007 goes, my name is Bond, James Bond. That just clicked, Phantom. That just clicked. Well, my mind just went in that direction, and that's why I was confused. Excuse me. Funny enough, I have an ECVT. I don't know what that is either. What is with these strange acronyms? That hand doesn't look that big. Bling, bam, bang, bomb. I am confusion. That's a dead end. Did you ignore my pickup line? What? Oh, hang on. I read it and it registered. But I didn't read it out loud. Let me just... I should complain to Spotify for not making it this week's hottest single. Well, I am hot. It is an incredibly hot day outside. You know, we got to It got to 43.9 degrees in some parts of the country today. Celsius, that is, not Fahrenheit. Freaking wild. I think multiple states, multiple spots across the country were the hottest on the planet today. Hang on, I did want to go here. I want to go somewhere else first. Oh, hang on, I think I know what I need to do. I think I know what I need to do. You tell us when cha-ching my cash machine, electronic control continuously. That is such a mouthful that I couldn't breathe for a second. Continuously variable transmission. So you drive automatic by the sounds of it? Then if I come over here. That's what I thought. Yeah, we need to power something to be able to get in there. Yes. Aha! I sort of get it. So... need to find a way to open things up. Wait, why is that all distorted? That's kind of weird. Is that a bug or is that a feature? Girl, you are the center of gravity and I'm going terminal velocity. Whoa. Okie dokie. Progress saved. The crap we even supposed to be doing. Yeah, archive boot processes. So just access rooms, figure stuff out basically. Which is what we are slowly doing. Yeah, so archive inactive, security required. So I guess find the archives. This is where we just were before. So we need to turn stuff off to then get into that echography room. Should be fine. So there we go. That opens up some spaces, and then we can actually go back into the other room. Can I show you a profile to my friends to prove that angels really do? Oh, damn. Can I show you a profile to my friends to prove that angels really do exist? That is smooth. Very well done. think we were gonna go. I think I saw something funny the other day where a guy had made a butterfly hammer. Imagine flipping that out while a thief's trying to rob you with a butterfly knife. Why a butterfly hammer? Was he a renegade carpenter? He's just like, sometimes I just need to hit things, you know? Why is the game in 24 FPS? It's 19 FPS, and the reason for that is I think it's just poorly optimized in this area because last stream in other areas of the game we were doing 60 FPS. In some other areas we were getting solid 30, and then in this particular area we got to 10 and had to drop the quality to the lower settings to get us to 20. So it's just, I don't know what's going on, to be honest with you. So archives, imaging. What about door systems? Can we turn that off? Maybe let's just leave it on. I feel like that's something that has to be global. So the archive's now open. Good. Holy smokes, Batman, it's weed. You know, apparently Adam West, who played Batman in this 1960s TV show, would regularly attend orgies dressed as Batman and would try to stay in character while having fun with other consenting adults. Enable the security interface monitor, which we have. Adam West for real? Yeah, you can check it out. There's a... Sure, the server's operational and try again. Yeah, so now we go back to exploring. Okay. I've got it. Are we making progress now? Excuse me. I guess he thought himself at the same level as James Bond. I think it was just the swinging 60s, and he was like, you know, it'll be fun. Let's just do this in character as Batman. Servers inactive. I want to get into that Echo room as well, which should be to the right, and the door is shut. Do we have enough juice to get into the commons? I want to stop, but I can't. You're seeing. See, Wavi, you see this as a loss for me and a victory for you, but I see this the whole other way. I see this that you have succumbed to bad pickup lines. Puns are next. Dad jokes and puns are next. You've started down the dark path. Forever shall it dominate you now. Bit of a Star Wars reference for those who are fans of the franchise. Are you high FPS? Because my heart rate just jumped up when I saw you. That doesn't hit as well as some of the other ones. Because a high FPS doesn't necessarily make my heart race. but seeing you does. No, maybe if I played Apex, I would see, you know, high frame rates and high heart rates together, but okay, that's all turned off. Okay. Imagine the entire place going no 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 Batman. Oh man, I just have this mental picture of Adam West in the suit just going no 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 no, sort of thrusting in time to it, and I can't unsee that now. Girl, are you a Toyota? Cause you absolutely cooking. Eh. I don't generally connect cooking to Toyotas. More rugged reliability. What's this one again? Common 02. Toyota? No? I mean, I know who Yoda is, but I would be expecting more of a kind of, as opposed to cooking. You don't know. I'm going to assume no, I don't. It's like that one SSS phone that is. The Samsung phone. The Galaxy S7, was it? I think that's the one that was exploding. Well, so what if there was a Barber Man? Is that just like an old grandpa? That Note 7. Ah, that's the one. That and the iPhone. Yeah, the iPhone 6. But wasn't that bend gate as opposed to exploding? Alright, we need to get to imaging. Imaging is somewhere around here. And we need to get to the Echo room. That's the circle. I have to drop a bad pickup line from time to time because your heart couldn't handle it. My heart can handle a pickup line from you any day of the week while we fire away. I mean, you already got my number with that heart transplant one, so I don't know what else you think you can take. I think this was the one that needed level 3 access, was it? No. Where's the darn scanner place, though? Because I have a feeling that there's something inside the room that because whenever we go near it, we hear this kind of moaning noise. And I'm just like, huh. Zane, welcome in. How you doing? Hope you're enjoying your... wait, are you on break at the moment? Oh, don't tell me we have to do something else. I'm guessing we need more power. Just got my break. Ah, I thought so. We may be far apart, but our VR always together. Oh. But VR always together. You have to say it with the German accent for it to work. Yeah, that kind of noise, that's why I think there's something physically in this room I want to try and get into. Even though we need to go back there and do something with the server room. But anyways, I hope you're enjoying your break so far, Zane. Always good to see you. Ethography. Yeah, I think there's something in there. And when we get in there, we're going to unleash it, and it's going to be horrifying. And I'm all for that. Okay. Can't wait to blast Mariah. Oh. No, 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 don't do it, don't do it. My soul can only handle so much Mariah. You look so familiar. Did we have class together? I could have sworn we had chemistry. Oof. That's not bad. I've heard variations of that. That one. So that's good. That's good. Bro want to order McDonald's. Told him not hungry. Surely there's better fast food than McDonald's. Although I have to admit, sometimes you do get on a bit of a binge and just want some McNuggets, to be honest. Where's the... Here we go. I eat the fries and ice cream. So... There we go. Now we can get into the echography place. Girl, you a BMW Turbo because you make me overheat. Was also the only 24. Yeah, that was my other thought, was maybe it was just because it's of whatever time it is for you. It's the only thing that's open. Alright, moment of truth. Is this level 1 or level 3? Level... Oh, we can't get in there. Well, that was a waste of time then. For now. We'll eventually get level 3 access. But for now, let us get out of here. So it's not like there's any choice room. Yeah, I thought that might be the case. Because ironically enough, you want to guess the one franchise which is open 24 hours around where I live? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Even the KFC around here closes, but I haven't eaten there in a long time because that place is just a mess. Like, it's physically not clean. Every time I eat at that KFC, I get sick, so I just don't go there anymore. I got your number, but now I want your credit card. That just sounds like marriage at that point, Wabi. Yeah, McDonald's is pretty much the only thing around here that's open 24 hours. So let's open up those 2 doors so we can get out of here. No, 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 no. What, does that mean that we both have our own credit cards? Is that how that would work? Although, funnily enough, I don't actually have a credit card. I'll never use one. I just don't have a need for them. So we need to look for another panel which has something about servers on it. Because there was a gate in the way that's not powered. So, let's start finding anything which says servers. Okay, archives open, imaging, door systems, that's all on. What if we try turning that off? Don't know what that's going to do though. Imaging 01. No, server. Systems, can't get in there. Can get in here. And that's open, which is good. That is closed. Not the end of the world. We'll just hydrate real quick. This is where my terrible sense of direction is coming into play. So that's useless. That's still going. I'm kind of surprised because the game was all like, oh, there's a giant invisible Bigfoot walking around. You need to use this thing to see it, and when it sees you or you see it, it sees you or something. We haven't seen anything yet. Alright, what do we got going on here? Let's turn that on. Door commons 1. See where that goes. That's just a big circle. What have we got going on here? Lift servers, we don't need that. That should be fine. Because we're not using the elevator right now, so should be okay. Is that level 3? Can't go that way. So prong 2 does not need to be turned on right now. So prong 2 off. Gonna look around for a bit. No worries, physics. Really good to see you again. I hope everything's been going well, and thank you for the lurk. Probably not going to keep going for too much longer just because I keep coughing in everyone's ears, and I want to try and not do that if I can help it. A 3-hour stream probably isn't. Wait, now the servers is out? Dagnammit. Gotta find the terminal that controls the savers so I can power it up again. So that just gets me access out there. What's this? Error. Okay. The servers were over here, I think. Oh, excuse me. Archive, store systems. Yep, that's all on. That's what you want. Excuse me. Okay, we need to make sure the servers are on. Okay, so that's the server's room. Where's the nearest power thing? Oh, crummy. There it is. Okay. Oh, excuse me. Let me just drink. I think we'll try to get this door open now. And if that doesn't work, we'll just wrap it up for this evening. Because I need to rest my throat. I will be streaming again tomorrow. Because like I said, I'm on holiday now, so it's the perfect time to stream more often at all strange kinds of hours. But not when I'm coughing in everyone's ears every 10 seconds. Excuse me. Oh, hang on, the battery's dead. Oh, Jesus. Yep. Okay, my throat is done. I need to find a battery. Oh, man. Yep, okay. Battery, and then we try the store, and then we wrap it up. This'll do. Is it the flu, or are you just making me dizzy with Riz? Uh, um... Okay, now. Oh, damn it, this doesn't open. Oh, this is an elevator. That one's not... It doesn't hit good, I don't think. Not as good as some of the other ones. Okay, I saw numbers and letters when we walked down the corridor. Let me just get something from the kitchen which will help recover my voice. We'll see if we can keep going long enough to get out of this room. 1 second. Okay, there we go. Just found a throat lozenge. See if that helps me keep going just a bit longer. So D2. So D2. J2, H3. J2 should be here. There was one last one. J3. Rude. Yeah, that didn't help. Oh dear. You need some strong remedies, yeah. I wasn't coughing this bad a little while ago. I think I'm just, my voice is just about done for tonight, I think. I have the energy to keep going, but, yeah. Christ almighty. Okay. I figured he'd show up eventually. Hey Joe, thanks for the resub. Hope you're having a fantastic Friday. I'm a little under the weather. Wait, where is this guy? Apparently there's something invisible in here with us. Yeah, I'm fine. I'm just recovering from a cold. Wait, is this guy even in here? Give me a single word. um. Hi. How's that for a single word? Wait, what? I guess he was in here with us the whole time. Let's hope he doesn't know how to use elevators. Or I. Well, clearly it's I. Okay. That's not good. We're not alone in here. And our opponent is invisible and bigger than us. Yeah, but welcome in, Joe, and thanks for the resale, Bobbers. My throat's starting to go. I had a cold last week, which I've recovered from. I'm fine. It's just I've just had a bit of a coughing fit this afternoon, which is not fun to listen to. So we were just about to get ready to finish up the stream. But this game doesn't have an autosave, so I'd rather not die. There he is. So we're just going to get to a save point, and then we're going to wrap it up for this evening. Give my voice a chance to rest for tomorrow. And we died. I was under the table, though. How did he see us? I guess he must be better at it than the robots, because those guys couldn't get to us under the table, whereas he can. That's annoying. Let me just get all the way from the edge here. And I guess he's not invisible either. Why are we able to see him suddenly? Welcome back, physics. We're in a spot of bother. Now we just need to avoid this guy. We have no weapons, by the way, so if he gets us, it's game over. Sounds like he's getting close, but... Oh, he's right freaking there. See, there he is. But it seems like he's not figured out how to get under the tables as long as we're not too close to the edge. Oh, shit. He does not like us at all. Oh. I could have sworn he couldn't have got around that way. My sense of direction is terrible, but I was sure that he was around a wall, not right in front of us. Yeah, quite brutal indeed. And we're in a frickin' spacesuit as well, so he's smashing our helmet open. Wait for the dramatic. What's the lore of this game, though? We're a software engineer. We were sent to the moon to fix a computer problem. We were in isolation for 7 days upon arriving. So we've basically emerged from our room into all of this, and we are just figuring things out. We know that people working on the moon encountered something, and then whatever that something was, it caused the computer system on the moon to just go contamination, infection, lockdown. And then that's where all the problems began. There he is. He is invisible, see? That's why he's sneaking around so good. You can sort of only see him by what moves around him. Oh, crap. This is not where I should have gone. Here he comes. He's just off to our right. So this cat tool that we're carrying is basically a kind of omni tool. It just allows us to interface with things like a computer. But it can see him with the current little attachment that we have. So if he appears in front of us, we can see it. And we should be able to stun him for like 1 second. That's why I'm holding it out in front of us. So the creepy robots basically work for the AI that runs the station, and they basically just kill anyone they see. We were sent there to figure out why it was doing what it was doing. Okay, I feel like he's coming again. He's directly behind us. Now we just need to get the crap out of here. But I can't tell where he is. He's close. That's not where I want to go. I want to go over here. And save. Okie dokie. This is what I was after. Sweet. Alright, good, good, good. That was intense. Alrighty then. Alright, that was unexpected. Let me just switch us back on over here. So I've stopped coughing as much, but I think it's just going to start up again soon. So I'm going to wrap things up now. Just going to have a quick look and see if anyone's streaming that I know that we can raid into. Oh, speak of the devil. Alright, we are going to raid into Elva. She's doing Lord of the Rings. And we're going to, yeah, raid out and just chill for a bit, I think, before I go to sleep. It's nearly 3 AM here. I need to rest my voice as well. So first and foremost, thank you so much for everyone who popped in to catch the stream, and for anyone who catches the VOD later. Apologies for all the coughing and whatnot. It wasn't so bad earlier this evening. It's just gotten worse as I've been talking, I think. But yeah, thanks for coming in. Wishing you all a good day, afternoon, evening, or good night, depending on whatever you've got going on. And yeah, I'll continue this game later on. See if we can't finish it sooner rather than later, because I'm keen to get to the end and see what secrets it has. But for now, we're going to raid out, and hopefully I'll catch... Excuse me. Hopefully I'll catch you in the next one. But until then, yeah, bye-bye. Thanks, Physics. You too. Take care. Bye-bye.